Alright, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about classes, IDs, and style tags. I chose to talk about style tags in this video instead of in the inline styling video because style tags, classes, IDs go hand in hand very well too. Alright, so we'll start with our index.html. We'll go under, no, we're not going under. Let's go in between this meta and the title. We're going to write style. So this is a style tag. And so do styles inside the styling tag. You're going to make either an ID or a class. A class is going to start with a period, and an ID is going to start with a hash. So let's make a simple class. Alright, so we're going to make a few divs here. We're going to make a class for one of the divs called red div. We give it a border. We'll say 2 pixels, solid, and black. We'll give it background color. You could probably guess red. And get rid of this. We'll give it a height of 100 pixels, a color of white. Cool. Alright, so we have this first class. Now to link this class to a div that we'll create right now, we'll go in between right here. So it's going to be an attribute. So go here and we'll put in class equals red div. So it's going to be the same name as we did right up here. So this is how we refer to a class. Okay, and we'll just call this div div1. Hit save. Here we go. Here's all our styling. We have the white color, the red background, and the border. Also the height. Right. So for classes, they're typically used to give multiple elements of the same nature, the same styling. So if you have a bunch of cards on your webpage, you want to have the same styling. You create a class. So we'll give this a new div. We'll give it the same class. So with classes, you want to reuse them. I'll call this div2. Oh, misspelled class. There we go. Now we have 2 separate divs, but they both share the same class. So this saves us time in coding up a brand new class just for one div. If they're going to share the same colors, text, height, might as well make it a singular class that they all share. So that's a class. For IDs, it's the opposite. For ID, you want to give it a specific element to work with. And to make an ID class, or not class, just an ID, we'll do pound. We'll call this ID div3 because it's specifically for div3. So curly's again, and make sure this is between the style tags. And we'll just give this a background of, we'll do blue. Background color, blue. Blue, there we go. Save that, and we'll bring in our third div. So this div is going to also share the class with the other 2 divs. So red div class, except for this div we specifically want a blue background. So we'll give the class red div, call it div3. Okay, here's div number 3. These all share the same styling. They all fall under this red div here. But if we want to do something specific, just for div3, we do the attribute of ID equals, and then our ID name was div3. Save it, and there we go. So it still shares the same height and the border and the font color, but it has its own background color. So that's the difference between an ID and a class. So IDs, they're for specific elements. Classes are used for a few or a handful of different elements. All right, I have an exercise for you guys to do. Paste it right here. Again, feel free to pause the video and work on this on your own, and then see if you can get it on your own. Alrighty. So let's start. We'll make 4 divs. Alright, got our 4 divs. And then what does it say next? Create a style class with a background border, white text color, and height of 100 pixels. Let me bring this down so you can see. There we go. So style class, okay. Call this just EX for exercise. Okay. We want a background border. So we'll grab this one. Change it up a little bit. We'll do 4 pixel dashed, and we'll do, I don't know, pink. Alrighty. Let's see, height of 100 pixels. Okay. And then color of white. Okay. We'll say X. Okay, we got our divs. Class EX. Here we go. And then let's give it a background color. I know it doesn't specify this, but I think we should add one. Let's do background color. We'll do yellow. Cool. All right. So let's copy and paste. Too many spaces. There we go. Here we go. We got our 4 divs. Now we need to create 4 style IDs for each of the unique background colors. All right. So we'll do ID of X1. Background color, we'll do purple. We'll do X2. We'll do green maybe. X3. Cyan, get fancy in here. X4. And we'll do, what's a cool color? We'll do gray. All right, so let's give them their IDs. ID for X1. Copy this. ID. All right, and 3 and 4. There we go. So these all share the same color of text, height, and the border, but they each have their own unique colors, or background color, I should say. So yeah, there's a difference between classes, IDs, and that's how we use style tags.